Hi, Katie. This is John. Thank you for your patience, and sorry about the Zoom. I was so busy last week, I just slipped my mind. Very sorry. Okay, I wanted to show you a little background before I catalog. Uh, to catalog books, you'll go to Items Z Import. The Z stands for Z3950, which is a protocol used all over the world by libraries sharing records. Let me show you the resources you have. Admin, preferences. I'm just going to show this to you. You don't need to go here every time. I'm just showing you a little background here for you. The Z3950 servers. These are the resources that I've added to your site. Schools Union, about 5 million books. Library of Congress, Sitka is exceptional. Orange Ulster is a school union catalog. Here's the state of Indiana. Palo Alto School Union Catalog, North Carolina, the whole state, and the Rockland Union, which are schools. So these are the resources you have to find records. I did do a search for the first one you sent, this one here, and I see that you already have it in your catalog. So this one will not be cataloged as though it's brand new to the library. Rather, I found it here, and I'm going to add a second copy. So I found the book using the ISBN. You could have found it just by using the title or something. Once you have the record, click the title. Then you'll click Edit, because we're going to add a new holding, a new copy. All right, so we've clicked Edit, and we don't need to go to the bib record in this case. We just need to go to the holding. And I see you have graphic novel, FIC, PIL for the author, and you have a V10. And there's your barcode. Okay? And you have it in graphic novels. I'm going to add a new holding. I clicked Add Holding 1. Okay. And you have a range of barcodes that we had put on for you. SACSL0001. I'll use that first barcode. And there's the new record. And here's your SACSL0001. And it's got all the same call number as the one above, the one that was in your system. Okay? So there we go. I'm going to click Save. And now we have two copies. Let's search for it again, and you'll see in a moment, you'll see there's two copies now. When I first pulled it up, I didn't point it out, but I saw that you had 0 available and 1 on loan. Now you have 1 available from the second copy. So that's adding a second copy. We didn't need to catalog that from scratch. Now let's get this barcode. It works best without the hyphens, so I'm going to put this in. I'm going now to catalog. Well, let me check this one, make sure you don't have it. I'm just going to put it in here. While it's doing that, I'm going to take out the hyphens. It works better in Z import without the hyphens. Okay. So let's see what we have here. Okay, you don't have this one. So now we'll start. I'm going to copy this without the hyphens. Items, Z import. And we'll try the Library of Congress. Well, we'll try the schools first. We'll just go down the list. So if you don't find it here, you just go down the list. Also, if you don't find it by ISBN, you can put in the author's last name and a few words of the title. That helps if you don't find it by the ISBN number. I'm going to paste in my ISBN. You could scan it in. And it's the first time for everything. There we go. Now to start the cataloging, we click the title. Sometimes you'll see more than one record. I often might look at one or two to see what the best record is. And what I mean by the best record is a record that's robust, that has many access points. So let's see what this book is about. I'm going down. I see a lot of 510s. It's been reviewed everywhere. Wow. There's a 520. Great. Summary statement. Perfect. 526 Accelerated Reader, National Book Award. Then this is treating Dan Santat as a subject. That's what the 600 is. Comic books, etc. Coming of age, that's a subject heading. First loves, friendship, middle school students. A great record. I don't know the author. I don't know the title, but I want a book on friendship. I'd find this book, or middle school students, etc. It's a great record. Don't need to look at it anymore. It's very robust with all those subject headings. So now we go to the holding record. Oh, let me just check one thing. Okay, it's a 30523 in a Dewey. It's non-fic, I think. Okay, yeah. Now I recommend after the dot, 305 dot, I recommend at most three numbers, not all that, and you never want a slash. I just put it in. You don't want those in call numbers. You should take them off. Okay, so we'll go 305.235, and the author is SAN, so we'll put that here, SAN, in the item part, the author cutter. The piece designation, now it knows we are choosing your range, number 2. Okay. All right. And let me just look at the record again. I want to make sure. Okay, I want to make sure it is a graphic novel. Okay. It does look like it's nonfiction. I'm just looking here at Amazon real quick. Okay. Okay. So it's a memoir. Okay. Okay. So I'm thinking it is not a fiction. However, it is a graphic novel. So I'm going back up to the holding. Sorry about all going down and up and down. Okay, going to the holding. I'm just wondering if maybe you want to put in a GN. We can talk about this for graphic novel, even though it's nonfiction. And then here you have your graphic novels. So we can talk. I don't know if you interfile your nonfiction graphic novels with your fiction. I'm going to do it just to be safe, and we can always edit the record. So, got a new, we were all done. I've just added the location, GN, and the call number suffix, we don't need it. There's no volume. We have the new barcode. The price is there. Save. So this is the first one we used Z import. The very first record I did was the second copy. Now I'm going to grab the third. Okay. I'm just going to see what it is. I'm in Amazon. Oh, didn't find it. Let me just go here. Just see if we find this book. Snow Thief. Okay, picture book, etc. Great. All right, so we've saved this. No, good. Let's go and search this news Isbin just to be sure that's not already in your collection. Nope. All right, I'm going to take these hyphens out. Just makes it easier to put it in. Copy this. Okay, you'll be scanning. You wouldn't have to do what I just did. Okay, items. Z import. Scan in the barcode off the back of the book, the ISBN. Not your barcodes, but the ISBN. Let's paste it in here. We'll use the schools again. And let's see what they have. There it is. The Snow Thief, 2024. Unnumbered pages. Okay. To start the cataloging, we've searched. Now we click the title. And there's the book. Looks like a nice book. It's an easy. And let's see if it's accessible, if it's a robust record. A Squirrel and Bird book. That's a $4.90. That's great to have that. That's a series. A Squirrel and Bird book. It'll show up. There's a 520 summary. Great. Accelerated read. Here we have 650 subjects on squirrels, fiction, birds, snow, winter, animal fiction, picture books. This is a great record. Many access points. Very robust. So we go to the top. Go to the holding. I'm assuming you use E, so that would be for easy. Let's see if you have a shelving location for easy. Not yet. Okay, so we'll leave that off. So it'll be E, H-E-M for the author's last name, first three letters. Let's pull up the barcode. It's the next one in line. You'll always choose St. Ambrose. Not next barcode from database, but St. Ambrose. There it is. OK. All right. Before I hit save, I'm just going to check to see if you use ease. I opened up another instance of your catalog, and I'm just going to put in E to see if you're using ease. No. Okay. So you're not. Let's see if you use eFic. Nope. I'm using local. Okay, you're using HFGNFic. Got it. Okay. PRI, GN, RF. Okay, going back to this record. You're not using E, so I'm going to put in FIC in all caps, HEM. Just we'll talk about this too, or we can email. If you're not using E, I saw that you're using FIC, so we'll leave it at that, but it can always easily be edited. I'm going to click Save, and the record's been saved. I've cataloged the three. I'm going to your home page, and I'm just going to look at your new items. And we should see there's the first time for everything. And then the one I just did will be showing up in about 20 or 30 seconds. So that's a run through of cataloging. I'll be sending this off, and I'm always glad to help.